And staying on with West Africa, in Niger, the army has dealt a major blow to the rebels fighting to overthrow the military rule. 9 members of an armed rebel group called the Patriotic Liberation Front, or the FPL, surrendered on Monday as they handed over their weapons and ammunition. They were seeking the release of Niger's ousted President Mohamed Bazoum. As per reports, this surrender comes days after discreet negotiations that involved some influential local personalities. The rebels were fighting for the release of Mohamed Bazoum, Niger's former president, who was overthrown in a military coup last year. Since then, Bazoum has been imprisoned with his wife at their presidential palace in the capital of Niamey. It was after his house arrest in July that the rebel group, the Patriotic Liberation Front, or the FPL, was set up in August of 2023. It has claimed responsibility for attacking the army in the north and disabling part of the crucial pipeline carrying crude oil to Benin in June. The group had also threatened to attack some strategic sites in Niger. Now, apart from the FPL, the junta is also battling other rebel groups, which have kidnapped some of its military officials. Niger's military government has stepped up security in recent weeks. Along with the rebel groups, the army is also battling attacks by Islamist groups who have waged insurgency in West Africa for nearly a decade. Now, in July of last year, the Niger army overthrew the democratically elected president with a promise to better tackle the security problems. The army chief and now self-proclaimed head of state, General Abdurrahmane Tiani, has publicly accused Western nations like former colonial power France of destabilizing the country.
So this sick desire to destabilize Niger spread through the repositioning of all the French DGSE agents that we expelled from our territory. They have been repositioned in Benin City. I repeat, they have been repositioned in Nigeria.
France and the United States were key partners of the Niger government before the coup. They had access to military bases and had deployed thousands of troops to fight against the Islamist insurgents in Niger and neighboring Burkina Faso and Mali. But after a military takeover in all 3 nations, the Western powers were kicked out and replaced with Russian mercenaries for the counterterrorism efforts. In the latest, Niger's military junta has banned a French aid group from the country. The group, called the Agency for Technical Cooperation and Development, has been active in West African countries since 2010. It was mainly helping people displaced by the Islamist violence and natural disasters. Niger has not mentioned any reason for the ban. However, some pro-junta activists are seeing it as a sign of a march toward national sovereignty, as Niger's military junta promises to undertake what it calls as decolonization in the Sahel country.